What's up, everybody? It's your boy AD, and that's all day, and I'm in the spot. Today, I wanted to do a video, man. I wanted to do a part two kind of my video because I made a video in the past talking about men's standards are too high or too low, and women's standards are too high. And I just want to make a part two of the video and basically just go a little bit more into what a man's standards or standard tends to be compared to a woman's and just how it really is nowadays. Now, I know this is not everyone, and I know everyone doesn't think like this, but you can't say that a good amount or a good portion of these people do. So, but it's true though, man. Man, because me as a man, I realize, because going through this, you realize how shitty your standards were be. I mean, men really do have low standards when it comes to dating and relationships. It's sad, but it's true. While women's standards are set just way too high, it needs to be a balance. Our standards need to be, what's the word? It's like knowing yourself, basically. Because when you know yourself, you know your worth, you know what it is. So our standards need to be more equal, more right, more what they need to be. Because dude standards nowadays, men's standards are basically, oh, let me just find a woman who will be nice to me, or so-called be nice to me. See, that's a problem with a lot of men. They done gotten so used to women just either not looking at you, not caring about you, not doing nothing for you or towards you. See, that lowers your standards. So now, in your mind, you just pretty much waiting for any girl to just act nice to you, any girl to just blow you or something. You just jump up, you just jump for joy. See, me, I was like that too, but one thing about me was I at least had the standard of trying to at least get a decent looking girl. Or, because that's when I feel like men's standards are really low. And I see a lot of men like this, and it's sad, man. It's sad because there's some good looking women out here. But it's so sad to me how every time I see a dude with a chick who we so called with or dating, I swear nowadays, most of that time, that girl barely could be a 7 or an 8. You just don't see dudes get the hot girls no more. Because women's standards are too high. The hot girls, all the hot girls right now are hoeing. See, that's why it's so bad now. Because back in the day, women, if a woman was a hot girl, she would find some dude and just get with him. Nowadays, if you a hot girl, you run in the streets. You thinking you hot. You trying to get all the dudes on your dick and all the women on your shit. You just run around. You think that since you're good, so good looking, you feel like, oh well, this just going to one person ain't enough. See, they done tricked them. That's what you call high standards. All right, you look good, but how about you go find a decent or a good looking man like yourself and get one of them and just do what you got to do. Stop thinking that, oh, I look good, I can get something from everybody instead of one person. See, well, since when women's standards are so high and set so high, they overlook what could be good for them. That's why that one saying be there, like, yeah, a lot of women have had a good man, but they just never mess with them or let them walk right by, because that's very true. Because when your standards are up high like a skyrocket, you'll think you deserve the best of the best, and you'll never take a look in the mirror. See, that's why when you look at most women, you gotta look at them as a joke sometimes, because it's just so sad how a lot of them pretend or act like they're the business and all of this and that, when in reality you look at real things that they need and what they need to be doing, and as you can see, don't nothing be going on right in their life, but the whole time in their minds they think that they're someone or different. That's another thing what high standards will do. It'll make you think that you're different when you're not different. You think so highly of yourself, you think that you're different, but you fail to realize that what you're doing, a lot of other women are doing. Shit, let's be real. Most women do or behave the same way. Most of them do. Most of them just want to be the life of the party with all the money and attention for nothing, or just be the hoe and try to get whatever they can get out of people. You got too many women out here lying and stuff nowadays. That's why you got women, a lot of men out here just suffering for these women because their standards are so low. If you want to increase your standards as a man, expect more from a woman. I mean, everything doesn't have to be about looks. Looks are important, but it's not all about looks. It's about how this woman is really coming and what she's really doing. Too many men out here have learned to have basically have accepted to respect a woman that's not even behaving properly or not even acting like she's even willing to do anything for you. See, because women's standards have gotten so high, that's why so many men out here now that ain't getting nothing and becoming desperate. And hypergamy is a terrible thing. It is. Hypergamy is a terrible thing. AKA high standards is a terrible thing. Cause just think about it. It's a lot of people out here that just ain't gonna be having kids, and it's a lot of men out here who just aren't really that sexually experience and is messed up, and that's what causes them to have low standards, even though you gotta look past that and you gotta see the real problem. I feel like that's one of the best things to do when it comes to this MGTOW stuff or anything, is just once you figure out what the real problem is, then you can understand it better and you can get to the bottom of that problem. And that's what men need to do. I've seen men out here. You could tell just don't be that experienced, and it's sad how all this feminism now has trained men to not respect other men. So you can learn from other men. Men need to start talking to one another more and learning from one another more. It's like they didn't really got us men acting like women, like we just don't want to fucking communicate. We competing. That's what women do. Women compete with each other. Shit, women know that other women got a high standard just like them. They know, like, yeah, this chick, she got a high standard just like me. I got to get her up out of here. She my comp. Oh, I pretend to be her friend, but in reality, I hope that bitch dies something, because I don't want her ass to have shit. This is how they act. This is how they act, you know? And our standards, like I said, man, men need to learn how we are about something. See, that's why it so sucks. It sucks so bad that we live in a world right now where men never get shown in good lights. I mean, it's true. Every day we get shown in such bad, terrible, stupid lights. And it's being shown, and the people in the real world are imitating what's being shown on TV and shit. And that's why they ain't changing or waking up, because people don't want to listen, to an average normal person. Especially if you're a male, they automatically gonna look at you like, oh, you're just a male. Just like how women look at us, most men, they just look at us like, oh, you're just a man, because they ain't been taught the importance, even though the truth is right there in their face. Just like the truth of women having high standards, that's why a lot of them end up with nothing. Your standards are so high, but by the time you get older, you ain't doing nothing, and you barely can stand on your own 2 feet. A lot of these women clearly gotta rob people or use or take advantage of people just to pretend that they got a little something going on most of the time. That's why, like I said, you gotta look at women, you gotta shake your head sometimes, because for some odd reason, they think that they're so much different than better than the other chicks. That's why I always just say, like, y'all really pretty much just got your looks to ride on, because you definitely ain't using this. Shit, you ain't even using this. You're not even using your hands to try to make something happen. You just sitting back hoping that your looks can get you something. Hoping. Not even realizing, well, guess what? It's a whole bunch of chicks out here in your same town, in your same state, in your same country. And guess what? It's thousands of millions of them. And guess what? Some of them might actually look better than you or have something better going on than you. But for some odd reason, you think you different. You got to put yourself outside the box. See, men, we kind of understand this a little bit more because we always grew up with competition. Men, we know what it's like to not get a girl because of some stupid dude or some shitty dude. You know, we know what it's like to lose in a board game. We know what it's like to lose in a video game. We know what it's like to lose in just a pickup game, basketball or football or something. See, we always competed with each other. We understand that you got to be different, or you have to excel yourself to the highest level to be considered something. Just like in sports, you know, yeah, you can, everybody can be good, but how do you become the best? How do you become the one that everybody is going to remember? See, that's what men, a lot of men have always been taught this. Even in movies, see, that's why sad shit has changed so much. We don't have that standard no more. You know, now all we care about is which little nothing little dirty hoe gonna try to give us some head, when in reality you should be worried about your money and stacking your ends, because that's what it's really about. Because that's what women's standards are about. Oh, I want the tallest dude, the guy that's got the most money, the guy that's going to offer me the most. I want the guy that's going to shut up and listen to everything I say. I want the guy that's not going to tell me what to do when I'm doing wrong. I want the guy who I can lie to and basically tell whatever, and his dumb self will believe it. That's what women want. But see, women will never get that now because you're too high, and men's is just too low. You know, you get with some of these dudes and then they all bored because the dudes do, a lot of these dudes do be acting blue pill, and it's not good. It's not good. And then people wonder why chivalry is dead, right? Chivalry is becoming more dead. It definitely is. It's becoming more and more gone, and it's women's fault. And the main reason why chivalry is becoming dead is because it doesn't get you anything anymore. Back in the day, if a man was chivalrous, hey, you might come up on some booty. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might. Or hey, you might actually get a decent girlfriend. Nowadays, no. Nowadays, and it's been like this for a while. Nowadays, you be chivalrous, a woman just think you weak. A woman think you a punk. A woman, most of these women have not been trained to act like dudes and act masculine. So now they think if you acting cool and calm, you know, like a woman normally do, now they look at it as a downside, you know. Because just like when women, like a lot of y'all women do need to learn how to act a little more cooler, calmer, respectful, ladylike, you know. People will like that about you. Not trying to run around acting like you some boss all the damn time. When you don't even know nothing. Most of these chicks that be trying to act like they a boss don't really be knowing a damn thing. Like they live in this false reality, man. That's why our standards need to stop. Go up. Go up. Go for women that's willing to offer you something. Go for a woman that you know look like something. Look like something. I'm so tired of seeing dudes just messing with these girls, and I just be looking at these girls. I'm like, man, that girl basic as hell. And then I'd be like, man, and it would be killing me too is the fact that I know the girl that you're messing with is pretty basic. Like I've seen dudes. That's why dudes, we if we raise it, I'm telling you, we will get better out of life. Period. I mean, I've seen dudes with girls who I'm being dead ass. I wouldn't even fuck. Like I wouldn't nowhere near F. I just wouldn't. That's just how bad it is. Like I would not even hit it. Not even on the drunk day, I wouldn't hit it. But these dudes be all on them, wiped up all on them, doing everything for them, like goofies, too blind to see. Like, dude, see, this is why you getting the low of the low because your mind ain't high enough. You gotta set yourself up, man, on that bar, and things will happen. You gotta just say F it and just stick to what's right and do what you gotta do and just stick to what's right. For real. I mean, like the old saying go, Rome was not built in a day. So, yeah, same thing with this. Shit may not happen just like that, but just keep it going. Stay focused. Raise your standards. Raise your standards. People will look at you better when you raise your standards. Or when you do better for yourself, period. People will look at you better. And that's just like my little part two on standards and men and women. I hope y'all enjoyed this little longer video. Love y'all. Like the video. Peace out.